Hey there, Chandra. Welcome back to our weekly conversation and 3 tips and techniques for making your work environment more productive, more conducive, and more enjoyable for everybody
Yeah.
working together at
Mhm.
home. How are you
Yes.
doing today?
Doing great. Doing great. Getting used to the environment. It's a working process. So this is a definitely learn as you go environment.
Yeah, last time we got together, we talked about working from home and we gave 3 tips. And today we said we were going to talk about making your home a haven, right? Heaven and haven.
Yeah, right. And it would be heavenly for it to be in Haven because right now, unlike any other time, there is no bifurcation between where you work, where you sleep, where you play, where you have your family time. That's all in one. Our house has now
Right.
become the Walmart, all things to all people. We put it all in one place. So it's very important that you're intentional to make that space be used in a very optimal way.
So that's point number one. First tip is make sure that you structure your physical space so that it works for you. So if you're in need of having your paperwork aligned in a certain way, because we take for granted how our offices are set up. We have a
Right.
whiteboard, we have a conference table, we have
Yeah.
desk chairs. We need to make sure that are intentional about structuring that physical space.
Yeah, you're right,
Would you
because
agree?
right now that space is a multi-purpose use, right? So you no longer have this protocol of closing your office door and having your downtime where your colleagues know when to engage and when not. So you want to make sure that you create a space that also creates a great memory. The last thing you
Mm-hmm.
want is for your child to have a memory of you shooing them away or
Yeah.
they weren't felt as valued because they had a question and you weren't able to address it. So the second
Right.
point is set a
Mm-hmm.
schedule intention so that kids know that it's not that I don't want to engage with you, but everyone has a certain time slot. And so that we're all serviced and all felt valued, you got to respect that. So just setting
Yeah.
that standard will really help the kids to understand you're just as valuable, but dad's got to do something else with this same dining room table. So that's very important.
Right. And then breaking it down, maybe scheduling that time so that everybody feels valued and that the work that they have to do is valued. So if
Mhm.
you're using the table at one point in time, make sure that little Susie, little Johnny, whoever knows that this is your time. And when mommy is done, we'll be able to set it out just how you want to set it up. And then they'll feel like they're being valued for what they do as well.
Yeah. And
The,
speaking of
Mhm.
value, you know that this is a time in history that's like none other that we've ever experienced, right? You want to make sure that your child can grow from this experience. We know that anytime there's a disruption in how we live, it can either serve us or harm us. So that make sure
Mhm.
that you make it very cognizant of everyone involved
Mhm.
that this be something that we grow from, we thrive from, and not be this horrible memory. So make sure
Mhm.
there's time to have that mindset chat and talk about it. So it's very important rather that you do some sort of assessment so you know how you show up. There are blind spots we have no idea exist that others
Yes.
can see. So it's so important that you do assessment so that you know exactly where you stand and what you have a need for.
Yeah, exactly. And so, third tip, first being the physical space, the second being having designated times and managing that time. But the third is how often have you gone through your day and forgotten to eat or to feed your nutritional needs?
Yeah, when you
I've
hear
done
that
it.
groveling in the background and it's not static on the line, it's your stomach, right? So it's very important since there is no standard, 8 to 3, and then you take a break, and all of that's gone out the window. So it's very good to have very nutritious snacks right at your desktop, so you don't have to go anywhere else. You have with intention to not only prepare the meals, but have them close at hand. So you don't have to stop. You can happily work in cadence with nutritious right by you. So like you make a lunch for Johnny or your kids, you may have to have some nutritious snacks right there by computer side so that you can make sure you don't forget yourself and your nutritional values. You have to drink
Absolutely.
enough water and you have
Hmm.
to hydrate in a way that doesn't involve alcohol.
And we'll have to do another topic, another show or another discussion on that topic. As a matter of fact, I think that'd be a great one for our next talk. What do you think?
Well, I will tell you, we can have it be called having the spirits, not overwhelming. This is not the time to
I
raise the
love it.
glass. It lowers your immune system. So there'll be a great talk.
Yes, and we definitely need to be thinking about how we're going to strengthen our immune systems and not weaken them. So, that being said, I hope if you have taken these tips and found some value in them, you will reach out to us. Please don't hesitate to sign up with the link in the comments below and let us know if you'd like to chat further. We're both available for a conversation, and we look forward to having you join us at the next talk, which we're going to talk about.
Actually, we were just joking. Strategic planning. Do strategic planning with the intention of the health component. Always got to be dialed in from this point forward.
Very well said. Well, on that note, we'll see you next time. And thanks again, Chandra. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you
Have
next
a
time.
good one.